Alright, class, everybody stand. Vanessa, please lead the prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Thank you so much. Good morning, class. Okay, before you take your seats, I want you to pick any trash that you can find on the floor, on your desk, or anywhere that your eye lands. I want you to dispose of them properly and quietly, please. All good? Okay, you may now take your seats. Anyways, I just want to ask, kamusta kayo? How was your day so far? Great? Amazing? Good? I'm very pleased to hear that. That's very great. So before we start with our discussion, I would like to introduce our class rules so that we can keep this discussion tranquil and more organized. So the very first rule that we have is refrain from chit-chatting with your siblings, especially when the advisors are speaking here in front, diba? Second, listen to the discussion more attentively. And lastly, if you have any questions or if you want to answer a question or you have any queries, then don't be shy to raise your hands so that we can address it properly and quickly as possible. Okay, are we good? Yes, sir. Alright, okay, thank you so much. Now, we have any absentees? Class monitor? Miss Ando? None? Very good. So we don't have any absentees today. So that calls for a celebration. So in order for us to celebrate, let's play a game. And this game is called From Pics to Words. The direction of this game is really simple. Translate the images into words, combine them all together to come up with a sentence. So here are the pictures, and when you will combine them together, you can form a phrase or a sentence. Alright? Now the first one, who wants to try? Yes. Thank you for trying. Another answer? Miss Ando? Yes, very good. You are the apple of my eye. That's great. Second, yes, Panel. BC as the B. You guys are fast. And lastly, yes, Magwan. You are my sunshine. Very good. You guys are doing really amazing. That's a manifestation that you guys are understanding what are we talking about. Since we are talking about differentiating pictures and forming sentences. But before that, before we proceed to our discussion, let's first have a quick recap about anything that we talked about yesterday. So, who else can give me an example of sentences that we discussed? But before that, I just want to ask, what have we discussed? Yes, active and passive voice. Now, who can give me an example of an active voice? Yes, Roel. Mila baked a cake. So that's active. That's an SVO structure. Subject, verb, and object. Who can give me an example of a passive voice? Yes. Very good. The cake was baked by Mila. So the subject from an active voice became now the receiver of the action. Okay. So it's safe to say that we can proceed to the next step of our discussion. But before that, let us first have an activity. This activity is called charades. Now let me read to you the instruction first. The class will be divided into two groups, the group A and the group B. Each group will choose only one representative to act out phrases or sentences provided by the teacher. Each group will be given 1 minute to guess as many as they can, and the group with the most right answer will win. Okay, this will be the group 1, and this will be the group 2. Group 1, choose your representative. Yes, or. So I have here sets of words for you to act. Okay? Your first word is. Your 1 minute starts now. Alright, time's up. You only guessed one right answer. She is as pretty as an angel. Okay. Now, let's see if the group 2 will surpass that right answer. Okay, group 2, who's your representative? Panel. Alright, Panel, come here in front. Here's your word. Your timer starts now. Okay, time's up. The words that they guessed are two sentences. As busy as a bee and life is a battlefield. Now the winner is the group number 2. Okay, now since we have already finished our discussion, let us first distinguish what are the elements that we're talking about in our game. So they are comparing two words, alright? Then they're using like and as, and they're comparing different words at once. Okay? So, with that, I'm glad to discuss or to introduce our topic this morning, which is about simile and metaphor. Okay, simile and metaphor. But before we proceed to our discussion, allow me to read to you our objectives this morning. Okay, you can guys read with me. At the end of the 45-minute lesson, 85% of the learners are expected to A. Identify what is simile and what is metaphor. B. Share the importance of simile and metaphor through answering questions. And lastly, compose sentences using simile and metaphor. Okay. Now for the discussion, I would like to introduce Sir Angelo to discuss.
Okay, thank you, Sir John. Once again, good afternoon. So I have your teacher, Angelo Vicente, and I have here a poem. So here's the poem. Okay, so here is the poem, and I just want you to read and comprehend it thoroughly. So everybody in class, please read the poem. Okay, so our roof is a fragile glass, too close from breathing. The rain feels like rocks banging in our ceiling. Our old hat cannot withstand the tremendous rain pouring. It is as weak as a child, trembling and frightened. So, based on the poem that you have read, what was it all about? Yes, Alex? Okay, thank you. So the poem talks about the rain. So did you know that the rain has two processes, namely the evaporation, the condensation, and the precipitation. So aside from the rain, what else have we noticed about the poem? Yes, one more. Okay, very good. So that is a great observation. The author of the poem often use comparison between two things. So can you point a word that is being done or that is being used in the poem to compare two things? Yes, Ivan? Okay, very good. So the word like and as is being used in the poem to compare two things. So aside from comparing two things with using the word like and as, so what else have you noticed about the poem? So what are any strategies of the author in the poem? Yes, Manuel? Okay, very good. So the author compares two things directly without using the word. Yes, you got it right. That the poem talks about the rain. And since it talks about the rain, do you have any experience helping somebody or someone, especially for those victims of calamities? Yes, it's glad to recognize that somebody have an experience already, but many do not have yet. But for those who have an experience already, it is a great treasure to keep on, and especially for those who do not have yet an experience, maybe sometimes, especially when they encounter somebody or someone who had experience, especially for those victims of any calamities. Okay, so you know that the Philippines is very prone for typhoon, earthquake, and many more calamities. But the Filipinos are known for being resilient and positive at all times. That's why, class, whatsoever comes across our way, always remember that we need to stay positive, keep smiling, and keep going. So at this point of time, let's have another activity. So I just want to divide you into 3 groups. So let's start counting from here, from 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's start. 1, Okay, thank you. Please settle down. Okay, group 1, you will be here. Group 2 over there. And group 3 in the middle. So, in every group, you have a specific script. You will be assigned for a specific script or story. So, this activity will be, the name of this activity is Lights, Camera, Action. So, here is the direction. Okay, so the directions of this activity is each group will receive a script that must be acted in front in 3 minutes will be allocated for the preparation and another 3 minutes for the actual performance. For our criteria, we have here 30% for our creativity, 30% for cooperation, and 40% for acting. Okay, so are we good about this class? Okay, thank you. So your time starts now. Okay, are you done, class? Okay, since you're all done, so it's time to present your output. So for the group 1, please present your output here in front. Okay, thank you group 1, thank you for that nice presentations. Next, group 2. Please present your output here in front. Okay, let's have a clap for group 2. Thank you for that great presentation. And next, the last, the group 3. Can you please present your output here in front? Okay, around of applause for group 3 for that very nice presentation. So now, I'll give the floor to Ma'am or Teacher Janine for the continuation of our discussion.
Okay, class, I'm Teacher Janine. So now that you are done presenting your output, so the group 1 has the grade class B. So from the script you received, group 1, what have you noticed or what figurative language have you noticed? Yes, like. So like and as are example of a simile. So a simile is a figure of speech in which two things are being compared in a way that clearly indicates a comparison is being made. So this is typically done using like and as. So now let's proceed. Group 2, can you read the script you received? Okay, what figurative language have you noticed in the script? Okay, so from it is Juliet, my son. So Romeo directly compares Juliet to a son without using like and as like a simile. So it is a metaphor. So a metaphor is refers to a symbol that represents something else. So it compares and symbolizes something without using like or as. So for example, life is a battlefield. So it compares life directly to a battlefield without using like or as. So another example is you are my sunshine. So it compares that without using like or as. So now group 3, please read the script you received. So to feel a math word. So yes. So remember that a simile is it compares two things using like or as. So while metaphor refers to a symbol that represents something else to something else. So now I will give the floor to Sir Angelo to continue this.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So since we are well informed about our discussion this morning or this afternoon about simile and metaphor, now allow me to ask you questions, especially with regards to our discussion. Now, how can we use simile and metaphor in a sentence? Okay, anybody from the class? Yes, Dagi? Okay, thank you. So we can use simile and metaphor in a sentence, especially simile. It has an indirect comparison using the word like and as. But moreover, on the other hand, metaphor, it is a direct without using the word like and so. That is their differences or their difference. Now, next question. So, anybody from the class who can give me an example or who can give me a sentence using simile and metaphor? Yes, Ivan. Okay, very good. I am beautiful. I am as beautiful as my mother. So that is an example of simile. So last question. Why simile and metaphor is important in our daily lives? Yes? Rivas? Okay, very good. So using simile and metaphor is very important in our daily lives, especially when we construct a sentence. It creates more meaning, or it brings an interest to our readers, especially when we use simile and metaphor in constructing a sentence. Now I'll give the floor to Sir Bancao to continue our discussion.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Now at this juncture, I just want to test how can you apply what you learned in our discussion into composing sentences. I have here a dice. We will have another activity called roll the dice. And whatever this dice lands into, it's either letter M or letter S. You class will compose sentences and convey them to me. Alright? Now, the first example shall be S. So please form a simile, an example of simile in your brains. And who can volunteer? Yes. I am as beautiful as my mother. Very good. That's right. Another one. Metaphor. Who can give me an example of metaphor? Yes. Life is a battlefield. Very good. So it's evident to me that you class are now aware how to construct and how to compose a metaphor and a simile in a sentence. Now, for our assessment, let us have it here. Since there is no electricity, but a real educator knows how to make things work. So for our assessment, we have, okay, you can answer. Can you see it? Yes, very good. I want you to get 1/4 and answer. Encircle the best letter of the correct answer that you choose. Okay? Your timer starts now. Time's up. Okay, please submit your paper in front. And before we move on to our assignment, let me just check that we achieve our objectives. Are we able to identify what is simile and what is metaphor? Yes, very good. Now, did you class share the importance of simile and metaphor through answering questions? Yes, of course. And lastly, did you compose sentences using simile and metaphor? Yes, very good.
Okay, now for your assignment. Write a 3-paragraph poem using simile and metaphor. So, you will be graded based on this criteria. So, organization 5 points, neatness 5 points, and creativity is 5 points.
Okay, class, so that concludes our discussion this afternoon. And always remember, as what I said earlier, whatsoever comes across our way, always keep smiling and keep moving. Thank you, and God bless us all.